Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's time to rise and receive. Welcome to your 10-minute morning send off designed to support you in receiving what you most want by unlearning struggle. So, today we are going to talk about how to invite good fortune when a loved one's struggle affects you. So, if you are arriving here early and are just settling in for today's Rise and Receive, I invite you to consider a loved one who might be struggling at this time, whose struggle is affecting you. And what usually happens is when a loved one is struggling, all of our attention is on that person and their struggle and this desire usually to want to fix, change, or improve things for that other person. But here's the thing, the main reason we want to fix, change, or improve things for that other person is because it would make us feel better. So we want things to change for them because of how it affects us. So I'm going to invite you, if this is something that resonates for you, to give yourself some time right now to take a moment and think of maybe one word that would capture how this loved one's struggle affects you. And put just one word in the comments section that kind of captures that, because a huge part of receiving your good fortune is about learning how to receive everything. Everything is sacred. And that is what today's card is about. So if you're new to Rise and Receive, what I do each morning is I pull one card from my brand new Receive card deck. And if you'd like to learn how to get your own, you can go to receivecarddeck.com. So I pull one card, and today what I did was I spread out the cards that are in development, and I was really connecting to this energy that I'm feeling out in the ethers with people that I talk to in my close world, in my clients' worlds, in the outer world. And the truth is that there is a lot of struggle that's occurring right now. And so we're not just struggling with our own stuff, but when other people that we love and care about are struggling, it affects us. So there's this interconnected web that we experience and we impact and influence each other. So this is a really important opportunity to see how by taking care of yourself, you can actually benefit your loved ones as well. So anyway, I spread out the cards with that in mind, and I thought, okay, how do I invite good fortune when a loved one's struggle is affecting me? And here's the card that I pulled. So I'm going to read it to you, and then I'm going to offer you a willingness mantra, because the willingness mantra is something that activates the power of invitation. And so one of the things that I love to illuminate is receiving is its own skill set. And when we really know how to receive, we start to tap into greater ease with receiving the kindness of life. So I'm not only going to do a 10-minute morning send-off today, that part will complete with the willingness mantra. But if you're interested in sticking around, I'm going to go a little deeper because I was really inspired to offer sort of a mini training. Okay. And the topic for the mini training right after is 3 essential truths that unlock your capacity to receive good fortune. In other words, to receive from unexpected and unknown sources. It'll only be a few minutes long, but there are going to be 3 really important points. So stick around for that if that speaks to you. Okay, so as you connect with how a loved one's struggle is affecting you, just take a deep breath. Lean back and receive this. So today's card is receive everything as sacred. Receive everything as sacred. I'm actually going to read the whole card. It's actually on the shorter side today, but it's really powerful. Here we go. Sometimes life gives you things you don't want. It's not your fault. It's simply life. Your struggle is not that life gives you don't wants. Your struggle is that you fight them because you learn to do so. As you unlearn the lie that you must fight your don't wants, and instead learn to receive everything as sacred, you expand your capacity to receive more and better. When a don't want arrives, practice letting go of the fight and simply let it be here. Breathe and give it the same right to exist as your do wants. Remain open and watch what else comes to you. So here's your willingness mantra for the day. I am willing to discover how I can receive more and better by letting go of the fight. I am willing to discover how I can receive more and better by letting go of the fight. Now, the fight isn't always this like aggressive sort of a thing, and it isn't always an obvious sort of thing. But when a loved one is struggling and it's affecting you, what we tend to do is, as I was talking about earlier, is all of our attention goes on how can I fix it, improve it, or change it for my loved one. But when you really see that that is driven by this desire for you to feel better, in other words, if they're not struggling, then I will feel better. If I can make this go away, then I will feel better. Then what happens is you're basically fighting against what is happening in the outer world, fighting against what they're going through in order for you to feel better. But if you can practice receiving everything, not just what they're going through, but how it affects you, you let go of the fight, you let it all be here, then that can start to land and soften and make space for more and better, for the next expression or opportunity that good fortune wants to give you. Okay? So that's the idea behind it. If you are struggling with a loved one struggle, if a loved one struggle is affecting you, notice every moment, every time, every opportunity that your awareness catches the aha of that. Oh, my loved one struggle is affecting me. Just notice it. Take a breath, pause. Let it be here, and then shift your attention to this willingness mantra. You can say it as often as you want. You really can never say it enough because it's going to change the way you're directing your awareness and your attention. That changes everything that you can invite into your life. I am willing to discover how I can receive more and better by letting go of the fight. So that is your send-off. And to unpack this a little bit further, this kind of mini training, which I've talked about before, but it just really captures 3 really important concepts. Okay, so I'm entitling this mini training 3 Essential Truths that unlock your capacity to receive good fortune. And again, good fortune is defined as, or fortune itself is the capacity to receive something from an unexpected or unknown source. So again, invitation, more and better than your mind could ever make happen. So here are those 3 truths. Number 1, you've heard me say it a million times if you've been coming here, but this is really going to illuminate it a little further. The number 1 truth is this: life always offers kindness. And that kindness can take infinite forms. It can be inner world kindness, such as peace and tranquility and feelings of freedom and love and connection and joy and inspiration, creativity. And the kindness can come as external world things like money and relationship and connection and phone calls and opportunities and job offers and getting pregnant and getting married and meeting someone and a book falling in your lap. All kinds of ways that kindness can come in. But here's the key. Life always offers kindness. But life does not only offer kindness, it always offers kindness. What that means is life sometimes brings things you don't want. It can be struggle in a loved one's life. It can be feelings of sadness, anger, depression, grief, fear. Okay? But if you learn how to receive the don't wants, then kindness is not far behind because the flow is available to you. So that's the first truth. The second truth, which goes hand in hand with that, is this: you must learn to be unselective about what you receive. Most people are selective. So we say yes to what we want and we'll receive all the kindness and the goodies. But when a don't want comes in, struggle, resistance, concern, worry, fear, on and on and on, we resist it, we fight it, we push it away. And as long as your relationship to life and to what is being offered is yes, no, you're going to block the flow of what life wants to give you. And the space in which you receive, which is your experience, your awareness, does this. There's a lot of stuckness. That's what stuckness is. It's resisting the flow of life. But when you learn how to receive in a way that you feel empowered, that you know at the depths of your being, no matter what life gives me, I know how to handle it. I know how to take care of myself. I know how to deal with the pain so that the pain passes through, but I don't suffer. So number 2 is you must learn how to be unselective. And number 3 is you must understand what receiving is and is not. What we learn, if we have any idea of what receiving is we look at receiving as something that we get. We look at it as an outer world achievement or accomplishment. When I receive this, then I'll be happy. Then I'll feel good. Then I'll be peaceful. Then everything will be right in the world. But what that does is it points to a myth, a misunderstanding, a distortion. If you notice that word then, you'll notice that what you really want is the feeling that you think that getting that thing or achieving that thing or accomplishing that thing will give you. So what you really always want, what you're really always chasing with every goal, wish, dream, or aspiration is a feeling. Fulfillment is a feeling. Abundance is a feeling. Ease, joy, prosperity, health, well-being are feelings. Okay? Essence versus form. So, number 3 is you must understand what receiving is and is not. And what receiving actually is a feeling in your body. It's an experience. It's something that moves through you. And when you receive, it's impermanent. It never stays. All the good stuff never stays. All the bad stuff never stays. But when you trust in the kindness of life, you no longer seek to control everything. And you can open up to receiving more and better and be in this receptive flow of good fortune and kindness in expected and unexpected ways, which then truly is the heart and soul of the fulfillment that most of us are seeking, even if we don't know how to name it. So, number 1, life always offers kindness. It does not only offer kindness, but it always offers kindness. Number 2, you must unlearn being selective and learn how to be unselective so that you can receive in a state of constant flow. And number 3, you must understand what receiving is and is not. It is not a getting, having, achieving, arriving experience. It's a feeling and experience in your body that moves through you for eternity. One experience, one feeling at a time for the rest of your life. That is what receiving is. So I hope that today was helpful. If it was, if you liked it, if it resonated, please like, please share, please subscribe if you're on YouTube. It helps me reach the people that I'm here to serve. And if you'd like to learn more about how to become a fortunate receiver, I invite you to consider checking out the Receive course. It is evergreen, it is live and available. Simply go to receivecourse.com. You can learn more about it. And feel free to ask me any questions, post here, or shoot me an email or an IM on Facebook. I'm here to serve. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow at Rise and Receive. Bye, everybody.